Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Razovy, and today I want to talk about an anime, in this case, Yu Hakusho, Ghostfiles, that I actually thought that when I started watching it, and also, to be honest, before I started watching it, I thought that this was going to suck. I thought this was going to be really boring and actually quite bad. Until I actually started watching it, and it turned out that, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. In fact, I started to enjoy it quite a bit. So let me explain how my thought process. Let me explain how much I've watched already, and etc. etc. Basically, for the folks that have no idea what this anime is, fair enough. By the way, if you do know what this anime is, just skip ahead. I put timestamps in the description. But basically, Yu Yu Hakusho is an anime about a 14-year-old guy, and he is known as the guy that everyone is afraid of. He always skips school. He beats everyone up. People are afraid of him. He is the delinquent, right? Whenever you think about like the anime delinquent, it's this guy, Yusuke. And Yusuke doesn't really have any friends. His situation at home really sucks as well, right? He lives with his mother, who is a drunk. His father is not even in the picture anymore. And the only friend that he truly has is, let's see if I can find her. Yes, here she is Keiko. And Keiko, although how should I put it? They are friends, but he pushes her away a lot as well, right? He doesn't treat her all that well either, even though she's the only person that actually treats him well and that actually cares for him, which is, special since nobody really gives a damn about Yusuke. So together they form a friendship, right? They have been friends for quite a while, and at some point, Yusuke passes away. He actually saves a young boy. He saves his life because he's almost hit by a car, and he saves the life of this young boy. But in return, he passes on. Right? He is hit by the truck, and promptly is game ended, as many YouTubers nowadays tend to say, in order to avoid any type of well, it's not copyright, it's community guidelines strikes and whatnot, or demonetization, I should say. Right. So he is gone now, and it turns out that barely, like his spirit is able to still be in the human realm, though. So he is able to see who actually mourns for him and who doesn't. Right. For example, Keiko genuinely mourns for him, which surprises him. Which is weird that it surprises him because they are friends, but still it surprises him. Also, Yusuke's mother genuinely mourns for him. Again, something that he did not expect because his mother is always so, well, stone cold, basically, right? Here's his mother, by the way. Atsuko. And also because she's an alcoholic and a drunk, right? He doesn't expect her to care so much, but she does. So that is really that surprised him a ton. Also, the principal. I'm not sure if I can find him. No, I don't think I can. Not as quickly. But also the principal of his school, who's always really hard on Yusuke. Actually, here he is, Takenaka. He actually cares, and he corrects a couple of teachers who actively show disrespect to the whole funeral and whatnot, and he corrects them, and he actually cries for Yusuke. So, in turn, Yusuke is like, wow, okay, so some people actually cared. And this makes Yusuke want to be alive again, right? To treat others better and to, not be dead, right? But the problem is he can't just go back, right? But while he is in the spirit realm, he meets Botan. And Botan is basically the person that guides the deceased to the other world, right? That's like her job. And she eventually is able to get Yusuke into contact with, I forgot his name, but like the son of the boss of the spirit realm. Something Junior. I forgot his actual. Maybe I can find him. No, I can't. Well, Junior at least, right? Junior something. The Lord of the Spirit Realm, and then his son. And he's able to get into contact with him, and he actually gives Yusuke like an option, like he needs to redeem himself, he needs to do a couple of jobs, and then eventually Yusuke is able to return back to his body. And these are not spoilers. Again, I'm not spoiling the whole story, don't get me wrong. This is like first couple of episodes. Yusuke is able to get back into his body with the help of Keiko, like a lot of help of Keiko and of Botan, and basically he's able to now go back. But in this case, the leader of the spirit realm asks Botan to like keep in touch with Yusuke, and now together they're going to solve all types of problems within the spirit realm, which of course leak over into the human realm. That is the basic plot of Yu Yu Hakusho. Now, is there more to it? Yes. Have I watched all of it? No. So this is what I know for sure that's going on, because I watched, in this case, 6 episodes, and there are 112 episodes. So I have plenty to still watch. The way that I feel about it now is that I will definitely watch all of them. It's not a promise, right? But like I said, I expected this anime to be bad, which until this very day, I don't really understand why I thought that, because this is a classic. Right? People consider this to be a classic. So I think, to be honest, the reason that I thought this was going to be bad is because when I lived in Japan, I had this friend, Australian guy, and he always criticized this anime a lot. Whenever someone would bring this up, he was always the guy to like really put this anime down. He didn't like it. He thought it was horrible. He thought it was cheesy, and that it didn't really, like, there was way better stuff out there, right? And I kind of just took his word for the truth, because I had never seen it before. Like, I recently started watching Yu Yu Hakusho, so I had no clue, right? And I guess that really, yeah, it just influenced me to the point that I just figured, this is just not good, right? That's what I thought. And then now I'm actually starting to watch it. And to be fair, like, I'm not gonna lie here, since I had such a negative outlook on the anime, I basically like went into it without any expectations. And that might sound negative, but in hindsight, I'm glad I had no expectations whatsoever, because this makes the anime way more fun now that I had no expectations, because it surprised me in a very positive way. Are there some cheesy moments? Yeah. You know, that friend of mine was correct about that. Like, there's definitely some cheesy stuff in there. But then again, that is with almost every single anime, especially from this time, like especially from the 90s, right? Because this is a 90s anime, right? Yeah, it's a 90s anime. So especially from the 90s, you know, that makes sense, right? It's not weird, and it's good. I like the storytelling. I didn't expect any type of seinen, like grown up kind of storytelling. It's clear that this is aimed at a well, not a younger audience, but like you know, it can be enjoyed by both adults and teenagers. That's what I mean. So, but this is good. I like it. I like Yu Yu Hakusho. Will I watch all of the 112 episodes? I don't know, right? If it continues like this and it's able to build up onto itself and up onto the story, like a proper shonen should be able to do, then yeah, I see myself watching the full thing. If at some point it starts lacking and I've been watching like 10 episodes and those whole 10 episodes are just nothing of filler and boredom, yeah, at that point I might drop a bit. The point what I'm trying to make with this video is that maybe pick up Yu Yu Hakusho yourself. It is surprisingly good, and the reason that I picked this up myself, even though I heard bad stuff about it, right, from my friend, is that, well, just because someone says it's bad, and just because something is from the 90s, right, because it's quote old unquote, doesn't make it bad. In fact, this is really fun. And I like this art style. Like, I like this older anime art style. I don't really like the direction the current art style of anime is going into, because it's all becoming homogenous, right? It's all becoming way too similar. And don't get me wrong, some anime is animated so beautifully. Like, it's gorgeous. I have no critiques on that. Like, it's just gorgeous. But many of the, I guess, more mainstream anime are all the same. And that is something that you didn't really see in the 90s, right? Because everything was like hand-drawn. There was no way you could just make it all homogeneous. It was impossible, right? So, I don't know. If you have never given any 90s anime a try, maybe start with Yu Yu Hakusho. And maybe just start with any 90s anime for that matter, because I am recently like getting more into 90s anime, right? I watched Cowboy Bebop and that kind of stuff, and wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed that anime was so good and so willing to, I guess, try new things. Nowadays, most anime are really samey. And I get that, right? At some point, you figure out a thing that works, so you do it again and again and again to make money. I get that, especially as a YouTuber, I get that. But it doesn't make it more fun for everyone, right? So no, I'm really happy that I started Yu Yu Hakusho. So would I recommend it to anyone? Yes, I would. This is an anime that I could recommend to anyone. Will everyone enjoy it? No, of course not. Like I said, I even have a real life example of that pal of mine, that Australian pal of mine, that didn't enjoy it. So fair enough. but I will give it a shot, right? And is 112 episodes daunting? I mean, yeah. On the other hand, if you are a seasonal anime watcher, I don't think you have all that much of a problem with like watching a lot of stuff, because that is the whole point of watching seasonals, right? They watch a lot of stuff. So instead of watching tons of seasonals, take your time and watch Yu Hakusho. Now, before we end this video, if you want to follow me on this website that I'm using right now, it's called AnyList. I will put links in the pinned comment. I'll also put them in the description. So whatever which one you want to choose, you can click on there. If you haven't made an account yet, make one and then follow me here. Whatever you want. If you have an AnyList account, then you can just click on follow. Also, do not forget to follow me on Ko-fi. Basically, this is a platform that allows anyone to donate to me without giving any money to the website itself, which is awesome because especially if you do YouTube, a lot of stuff gets demonetized. You might get copyright strikes. Your videos might get taken down. The amount of money that I make with YouTube is abysmal, which is like, it's okay. I'm not gonna cry about it. But if I want to do this full time, which is my dream, and if I want to make as many videos as I can every single week, I will need your support. And sure, you can do a one-time donation if you have the money. My God, thank you so much. But if you could, and if you're willing to, and if you do like my content, do me a favor and click on the monthly donation button. Join me. You can do $10. You can do more if you want. You can select your own way of, you can select your own number, whatever you want. But you have no idea how much this helps me out. Like, my goal, and I'm going to be completely transparent here, my goal is that I need $2,000, or, well, in this case, euros, right? 2,000 euros, which is give or take $2,200, I think. I'm not good at that. But, and then I don't have to work anymore, and I can just focus solely on YouTube, because you would be surprised by how little YouTube pays me. It is nothing. It is barely anything. So if you can help me out, thank you so much. I'll leave a link to my Ko-fi page in the description and also in the pinned comment as well. And then finally, and then we're done, I also have an Odyssey channel. I post anime content on here, but it's basically the content that I'm not allowed to post on YouTube. I post that here. I'll also leave a link to this in the description and, of course, in the in the pinned comment. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that this video was useful to you, or at least fun to you. If it was, make sure to click on the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, but you do like my content, then I would highly advise you to subscribe. It helps me out. It helps you out because you'll get recommended my content more. It's basically a win-win for the both of us. Ladies and gentlemen, I was Razovy, and you were you, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.